Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with StraightSmile Solutions, here today to talk about another one of our orthodontic forms that comes standard with any of our VIP or concierge membership programs. But now we do offer you to purchase them, no commitment, a la carte at $20 a pop. You could just buy them, kind of like downloading an ebook. Again, as always, anything that a patient's going to sign, you need to run it by your own in-house legal team. We are not lawyers. Just because I used it or I was told from my attorney I could use it doesn't mean you can use it. So this is just a template. It's a springboard. It's a way to get you started with launching and scaling ortho in your practice. All these forms, a lot of people don't use them, so don't get me wrong. I'm just kind of a CYA kind of person, cover your beep. I've sat in on a lot of liability conferences from my orthodontic insurance company. I've heard, I've seen, I've been part of different types of litigation, not towards me, but towards other people, where I've been like an expert witness and I've been like, I'm never gonna do that. I've learned the hard way. I'm gonna be a little more careful. So I'm pretty much a big fan of consent forms and explaining things, but this is not necessarily just as like a heavy-handed lawyer kind of thing. It's more like opening communication, letting the patients and parents know what's expected of them, what their responsibilities are, what your responsibilities are, and really just clearing up any misconceptions. So let's talk about this form. I talked about earlier about the congratulations or Debond consent form. This is what I call a discontinuance or early Debond request form, totally different. This scenario is used when either you're needing to discontinue because the patient's being non-compliant, not taking care of hygiene, breaking things regularly. You want to discontinue the contract on your end, which they need to understand can happen, okay? And that is usually also covered in your standard informed consent form that they start at the beginning, where it says that, basically, and you should look at your informed consent form for both braces and aligners, where it says that, often if there's a problem with hygiene or compliance, that you may need to remove braces early or root resorption or anything like that. One of these one-offs that can happen where you're not liable and you may choose to discontinue. Now, that doesn't mean that they will need to continue paying you. Often this ends the contract and you guys will bill for services rendered. And then this is why you need all the contracts, because it explains all that, right? This just gives you permission to remove braces or discontinue aligners. Or remove an appliance. Or it gives the parents the ability to end treatment early on their terms. Maybe they're over it, maybe they're done, maybe they hate it, maybe they don't like you, maybe they just aren't satisfied, whatever it is. But this releases you from liability because it's saying, hey, we understand that the treatment wasn't done. We understand we're choosing to finish treatment early. And patients always have a right to do this. You cannot force them to continue treatment. That is not something that you can do. Nor can you hold them hostage if they're not paying. So remember, it goes on the flip side either. If you bond something on them, and if you caused like a space, you did IPR, you pulled a tooth, you have to finish the treatment. You can't, it's legally, if they go and they try to sue you, you're gonna lose if you just pull the braces off. So it's not the right thing to do. At the very least, you need to give them, especially if it's a kid, even more so if it's a kid, okay? So you need to document everything. But this is the early Debond request. Again, I'm not an attorney, so run it by your attorney. But this is something that I use regularly if we do need to discontinue treatment, no matter which party chooses to discontinue that agreement, okay? Hope that helps. All right. Thanks so much. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have any other questions.